Hello, ladies and gents. This is the Athena Championship Season 3, or the third part, or whatever way you want to see it. I'm joined today by the beautiful Joy K, and I'm Tofu, if anyone doesn't know. Thank you so much, Joy, for joining me.
So, welcome. I'm glad to be here today with you.
I'm glad to have you today. So, we are doing a Swiss style, I believe, of best of two series instead of best of three series. And we are going to be casting the first series today against Team Sif versus Team uh, Gna. There we go. I got
Nah.
it right. We put some effort into making sure that we're pronouncing the team names correctly. So, bear in mind that we will try our best, but we might fail successfully. Uh,
Yes, we might, but we will see how it goes. I should honestly, right, know how to pronounce this as I'm somebody that lives in the Nordic lands, but you know,
Best way to learn.
the best way to learn is to see it here in the Athena ship for the first time. We're going to see.
So, before in the past in Athena Championship, we always focused on Greek goddesses and Greek names. And this time, we're kind of introducing Norse mythology, like we mentioned. So, a little bit of facts and lore. So, for the team Gna, usually paired up with her horse, Hofferpner. Sorry for butchering that. She's an errand goddess that rides swiftly on her horse, who can fly and also walk on water. And she is considered the goddess of fullness. You can interpret that in whatever way you want. I tried looking into it, I don't understand it myself. Goddess Sif is golden haired, and she's actually married to the thunder god Thor. So she's associated with Earth, and the reason why it's a famous signature of her to have golden hair is because of golden wheat. She's associated with fertility, family, and wedlock.
Well, would you now?
We have the map bands done so far, by the way. We have Dragonshire banned out, Cursed Hollow, Towers of Doom, and Sky Temple. And the first map we are going to be taken to is Infernal Shrines, as we are
Yeah.
setting up in the lobby so far. What do you think about this map, Jay?
I mean, if there's anything to say about this map at all, it's that it's definitely a lounge favorite in, I think, so far almost every series that I've casted for Heroes Lounge, which are in the last 3 years. A lot. I think there's been Infernal Shrines in every single one of them.
Yeah.
At least it's been banned or it's been picked.
Yeah, Infernal Shrines is just such a popular map. Everyone loves it, and it is top priority, even though I personally don't like it. There are some fun picks that can come out, things like Kerrigan, Diablo, Alexstrasza, a few spicy picks that can be pulled out. But we'll see what these teams decide to draft, as I recognize so many beautiful names in the lobby. Lots of friends are playing today. It's really exciting to see it.
Yeah, we're starting off with a good one, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, we were talking about that there are some spicy picks available, but what do you think that we're really going to see priority on? Because I'm thinking we're going to see a lot of priority on Johanna.
Yeah, definitely.
If she's even going to be open this game.
Absolutely. It's something that we see from high elo to low elo, the high prioritization on Johanna in the meta. She got buffed 2 patches or so ago, and in the last patch was not touched despite her obnoxious win rate. And now she is topping the damage stats despite being a tank.
Yeah, how is it possible? You would say she's almost godlike.
Transparent is working really hard to figure everything out, but luckily is working very well at this. And we are going to start anytime soon in this best of 2 series. Reminder that in the past we did best of 3, but this time it is going to be the best of 2. So we most definitely have a potential of seeing a reverse sweep happen.
Yeah, reverse sweeps. We're gonna see it coming. I don't know. We're gonna see. It's so hard to try and without having seen the first game yet. So I'm mainly just really hyped to see what's going to happen here. We do see some nice portrait synergy coming out already. So
We do love to see portraits. And like these girls really were practicing a lot. The amount of scrims that were being organized. I even got to sub in for scrims. It was so much fun. These people are taking this competition seriously. So I'm expecting some pog plays coming out from both teams.
We're going to see.
Oh, we are ready and we're about to launch into the first game. Reminder that this is going to be Infernal Shrines. Let's go.
I kind of want to see an Alex Shaza.
Apologies, we're going to have to remake the lobby. But if there's anything Joy and I are very good at is waffling and thinking of stuff to speak about on the spot. Joy, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you? How was your breakfast?
I had a delicious breakfast, thank you. I planned ahead this time. I did a bit of meal prepping today. I have like little packets of there's Scandinavian yogurts. I'm so on theme today.
Scandinavian yogurts. Do you mean kvarg by any chance?
It's skjord.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like high protein yogurt.
Yeah. I know the one. High protein yogurt. All right, so you're all set and ready to keep going this long day of casting, because you're going to sit here for a while. I'm only here for one series, but you are staying on for quite a while, aren't you?
Yeah, it is, but it's okay. I do enjoy casting, and again, for something like the Athena Championship, where I have so many friends, so many familiar faces, and it's something that I definitely support and would love to promote. You know, women in gaming and all that good jazz.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bit of a shame. I had already decided that I would cast the Masters Clash qualifiers today, and that kind of messed up my my schedule when it comes to that.
Oh, a lot of people pointing out what I was talking about, the weird yogurt. I appreciate that there's so many people internationally knowing what that yogurt is. It's Icelandic even.
Skyr. Yeah, it's Icelandic.
Oops. Bunch them with the Scandinavians. That's just rude. Not knowing geography. We're just waiting for a member to join back in the lobby because we had to remake it, but we will be starting shortly. Don't worry, ladies and gents. It wouldn't be, let's be honest, it wouldn't be a Heroes Lounge arranged match if there wasn't a little bit of failure in the beginning. It's just tradition. It's tradition at this stage.
Technical difficulties are all part of the process that build up to a fantastic show.
Absolutely. We're back and we're ready to go. Let's go. Really exciting series. We're being held here hostage and hyping up for the first game on Infernal Shrines. It is Team Sif versus Team Gna, even though I think I switched them around a little bit there.
And finally now, we see that the blue team gets the ban first.
Yay, blue team does get the ban. So we shall see. The blue team have the option of letting Johanna open, letting Rhaegar open, or letting Stukov open, something that I see quite often prioritized in this day and age. So we'll see what they'll prioritize.
Stukov happens to be the one that just stays open the most, right? Even though I do believe that Stukov has a little bit more power right now than the Rhaegar, after the recent patch where they kind of tuned Rhaegar down again. I'm not sure how I feel about how strong he is compared to Stukov.
That being said, Varian is picked up quite often in this day and age, and Rhaegar's cleanse from, that has now part of his trait can be very obnoxious, as we see.
Artanis. And like an insta-ban Artanis. Who is the Artanis player on this team?
We would love to know. We'll have to do a little research and a little spying about these target bans coming out. Artanis, though, is really strong on Infernal. I remember back in the day, like that was the only time Artanis was picked, Infernal and BOE.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, he gets to stack. He gets quite a lot of room to stack if he picks up the... what is it called? Protector of Ayur, I think, on level 1. But
Yeah.
here we see both Rhaegar and Stukov removed, and Johanna is the last ban that is going to come in as we're heading to our first pick.
Yeah, we're going to go with our first pick, but Johanna, Rhaegar, and Stukov, the ones that we mentioned earlier, have been banned out. So we'll see what the teams prioritize. Maybe a healer, a really strong healer in the meta right now, is something like Anduin with a cleanse on his passive. But maybe some top tier wave clear. But we see that Anduin instead.
All right, well, yeah, the Anduin that you predicted. I feel
I
like
don't know.
Anduin is very strong, but
Hmm.
I think that because he's quite static in the way that he's being played, like he has to stand still, has a wind up time for his heal. If you even go into like the desperate prayer on level 7, you're even more static. And then heroes like Muradin that can just jump right onto you and slow you, stun you. They can just abuse you quite well.
Yeah, Murden's a really good pick here. I really do like him. He did get changed a little bit. He doesn't have a Stormbolt quest anymore that you can pick up, but instead a weird auto attack quest. So if he can smack a few people around, he can dish out a good bit of damage. And the blue team have two more picks here.
Chromie and Anubrak.
Not
Yeah, I
there.
was half and half expecting a Chromie just because it just is a very popular hero. Maybe I just thought of that because of you actually, Tofu.
Yeah, Crummy is really strong. She doesn't seem to be seen that much in the pro scene of I believe, but she does very well in solo queue Storm League, and we do see a lot of picks like that. Dahaka is something that we see a lot though. He's very strong in the meta right now, also in both in high and low elo, and it's really good to see this ban coming out here so that the blue team don't snipe up the dinosaur. Okay. So the blue team is going to ban something here now. Last ban for them. Healer. Yeah, they do ban out a healer. It is going to be Brightwing after all. So Malfurion is probably the next best pick to come out here from the red team. But that does mean that they are going to sacrifice a cleanse. And against a Nubrak, that can be a bit scary.
I mean, they have a chance for last pick here as well, right? So I think they're gonna grab the offlaner last, but no, they're not actually. They're gonna pick up the Ragnaros. But Ragnaros, I mean, we can see it in the 4-man. It is possible, but
Yeah.
we're going to see.
Rag is really good on this map. I actually really like him. A very useful trait value, we would say. We do see Hotscars in the chat revealing some stats revelations that the grad team of Agna owns approximately 18,000 cats amongst them.
Well, would you look at that?
Ooh. Okay, we closed up the draft with Leoric Sylvanas on the blue team and the final pick, Tychus, on the red team. So it is going to be Rag in the solo lane.
It is, and the Tychus. I honestly don't know how the Tychus remained open until the very last pick. Such a powerful pick as well here on Infernal Shrines. So I think the Rag, it can be very good. Definitely after level 10, we've got that Lava Wave to just keep up the constant pressure, or even go for that Sulphurous Smash just to be able to execute Anduin straight away if the Murden finds a nice like dwarf toss on top of him. But like I'm open for both options here.
I would love to see a good Haymaker action as well. If there's, I know it's kind of scary into so much damage on the side of the blue team, but I do love a good Haymaker action. And Muradin's level 20 reset on it can be so fun, and so many shenanigans can be pulled off with it.
Alrighty.
Game number 1 on Infernal Shrines, ladies and gents. Joy, would you like the honor of introducing the blue team?
I definitely would. All right, we have Pyria on the Leoric, Saturna on Chromie, Grat is playing Anubarak, Sirka on the Sylvanas, and then to round it off, we've got Acrea on Anduin.
Right, and on the right-hand side, we have Team Sif. We have Nefari playing Tychus, Thamasta on the Muradin, Ilreich playing Ragnaros, Don't Blink playing Malfurion, and Toast Bien on the Cassia. I like Toast. Toast is good. Have you noticed this common thing about a lot of ladies in Heroes Lounge have food names? I get hungry casting these kind of games. I realize that now.
Yeah, toast, taco. I've seen
Jam,
you.
berries.
Jam.
We've too much
Jam is
food
also
here.
food. That is true. Tofu. That is food.
That is food. Ooh, nice time trap here onto the Muradin, but Samasta does move away very quickly from all the damage. Tychus shredding the Anubarak here. That is something Grad needs to be really careful with Anubarak. Is despite that, Grad is very good. Anubarak is very good against mages. AA is going to absolutely punish Anubarak.
Yeah, and then Tychus is it's just the best pick. It's so hard to heal through a Tychus's damage. Definitely onto a tank like Anubarak that just is a little bit more squishy.
Ragnaros is going to be attempting to double soak so far. E-build coming out here from the Rag. I really like that build. Actually,
Yeah,
to be honest, I
love
love
it.
all Ragnaros builds. Spaghetti is the most fun, but probably the least viable.
Meatballs and spaghetti.
Oh, Crummy's going for commissioning W build, and I love that pick on this map.
Oh, Grad! What a great prediction there on the queue.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a really good prediction there. Definitely. But time traps.
They're everywhere. Oh, and the root comes out as well, but the damage is just not quite enough here to put Samantha down. But no first blood to be had just yet.
Yeah.
Still looking good.
Yeah, Beetle's coming out from the Anubarak. 14 stacks on the Chromie level 1 quest already. That quest is almost completed already. That's pretty amazing, not gonna lie.
Yeah. And now the double soaking is paying off here for the team in red. They've gotten a little bit of a lead. They're also picking up more camps here. Of course. Second camp is going to be picked up by Nefari in the bot lane here, as we see that the shrine is going to be spawning soon, TM, on the top side of the map.
Yeah, the red team might be looking for an invade here onto this camp. It takes a long time for Chromie to complete camps so early in the game, as she does need a bit of levels. But she does finally clear it. The red team not engaging, Sylvanas grabbing the XP in mid, and Ragnaros and Leo battling it out honorably in the top lane so far.
Yeah, now what you very often see is that people pick up the Bruiser camp, or have picked up the Bruiser camp by now. We see that the red team is moving for it. Blue team doesn't have the forces up on the top side of the map just yet. Had to clear out that bottom camp and is now moving top side. So they are missing out on a camp here still. They are a little bit ahead in XP somehow.
A little bit ahead, no worries. Level 7s are still far away. There probably will be a battle before level 7s coming in. That being said, Muradin gets absolutely
goodness.
And there's no Muradin there anymore.
No. Really nice route to follow up on that stun. Making sure that Muradin was already so low when he had to jump out. Now the camp gets cleared up so easily by Sylvanas' black arrows. And all of a sudden level 7 isn't so far away anymore for the blue team.
Yeah, they are going to grab it. It looks like the red team is just going to give up this objective, or maybe not. I lie. Ragnaros and Cassia rotating topside as level 7 is approaching for both teams.
It's looking close, but first objective looks to be going over to the team in blue.
Thank you, Hotscaris bot in the chat for working on the commands. Really appreciate that. As Ragnaros uses his trait very well here to defend against this Punisher.
Yeah, so we see the trait going out already. Fort is then not going to be taking so much damage here. It's kind of good, but now Ragnaros gets jumped by the Punisher. Samantha forced to jump in because she has to make sure that there is some sort of peel coming out here for this Ragnaros, taking a lot of damage in return.
Yeah, a lot of damage on Samasta, but a fantastic Malfurion cleanse there to have saved the Ragnaros and the Muradin. Anubarak getting a double stun on the back, but Grad is in a spot of trouble. Counter kill coming out there. But Muradin did fall as well. Both tanks down for both teams.
Yeah, we do have to, of course, also point out that this was a 4v5 for the blue team. Leoric was not there, while Ragnaros was helping defend the top side. Still, the fort fell, though.
XP pretty even for both teams. Ragnaros is grabbing the top side. The red team rotating here on the bot hand side. They do need to be careful because Chromie has picked Time Loop. Oh, they are looking to possibly engage here. Muradin trying to get a stun off there. Yeah, the Anubrak does get slept. Tychus dishing out damage here on the bot side. Time Loop onto the Tychus. Fantastic cleanse. Don't Blink is working hard on the Malfurion to keep her teammates alive.
Don't blink or you'll miss it. But that was a great cleanse indeed. Tychus still alive. Not very high on hit points, but still, you know, he's living. So that's a time loop that has gone on cooldown here. We haven't seen much else being used just yet. Of course, Chromie is the only one that has an ulti available. As we see, the level 10s are creeping in slowly. There they are.
Oh.
We're going to see pretty standard stuff here. Entomb, Wailing Arrow, Cocoon. Time loop, of course, for the Chromie we've already seen. The Light Bomb for Anduin. Sadly, no spicy Light Dome.
Lava Wave being used on the top side by Ragnaros to be able to split push and catch up on the XP. And had to hard back Nefari taking a little bit damage from the Chromie there. Nice stun there by Muradin. But I don't know if they can find anything here just yet.
Yeah, and I love how Saturna is playing this out though with the Chromie. She is the one that is the furthest in the back. She can position really safely. And then it's just good to pressure around this Tychus. A lot of ultis coming out there to see 3-man Wailing Arrow. Don't Blink has the Tranquility available, but are they going to leave Semester behind? No, she still is alive! And when that Valkyrie came down, I held my breath for a moment. I was like, oh my god, is this going to be where they just execute everybody? But there was luckily the Sylvanas who has the Banshee's Whale, of course, available to reposition herself after getting pulled. But yeah, this could end differently. And with the level 20 possibility for Valkyrie, where you just silence and root everybody that gets hit by it, yeah, that's going to be a lot harder to get away from.
Yeah, the teams are battling it out here on the point. Ooh, a lot of damage coming out here from the Chromie again. But the 15, 17 points going in favor of the blue team so far. So the red team needs to take a fight.
The damage that Nefari is doing to Grad. And Grad is just eating it. There is a beautiful Entomb that locks the door here on Muradin. The pull comes out to save Grad here as Leoric steps forward, gets that spoopy hand onto Tychus, and that is going to be the end of him as well.
Tychus and Muradin down for the red team. Team Sif, unfortunately unable to cap the objective. The blue team will be able to defend top side pretty easily and grab this objective in their favor, which will run it down mid for them and open up the map a little bit.
Yeah, and it's a frozen Punisher. Like, personally, this is the Punisher I hate playing against the most. Because you think, like, oh, I can move away from this circle. It's not going to me just yet. And then all of a sudden, it rooted anyway.
Yeah, this Punisher basically has Sylvanas trait with a couple of roots activated. So they do need to be careful. Actually, it's Arthas Ultimate. It's Syndragoose. Budget Syndragoose.
Yeah. It's the Syndragoose. But then it's a big boy. A big jumpy Syndragoose.
Oh, lots of damage going on here onto Ragnaros, but they are going to be able to clear this. Chromie time loop onto the Cassia. The W damage, absolutely devastating. Very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, for the choice of healer, they don't have a direct burst healer, as Malf just isn't very bursty when he's not hitting, you know, like 3 people with the W at the same time. I think that Don't Blink is playing so well here because both of the DPS on the side of the blue team are just really good at pressuring down that healing.
Ooh, Chromie picking a spicy level 18. I never see this being picked up. Fast forward. I really want to see how much value they'll be able to get out of it. Any other talent standing out for you right now as we see a possible engage on the bot side?
Let's hold it right there. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Semester coming forward here. They have lost their opportunity. All right.
It was a nice pull. Yeah, it was a really nice pull by Akira there.
The one thing that's really standing out for me is the lion speed from Anduin. I personally think that is a little bit of a trap talent, but I guess the heal on the pull can be quite useful. What a dodge here from Sylvanas as the time loop comes out, and then we also see the response of Tranquility from Malfurion.
Smasa is landing these Storm Bolts though, and with just a little bit more focus on the targets, or even just like the Anub'arak tanked so much damage for the Sylvanas there. Grad played really well protecting her backline there. It's going to be very difficult for Muradin to jump in on a backline target and have Tychus and Cassia always dive in and follow up. It will be tough, but Cassia, one Valkyrie, it's like one Stitch's hook. All you need is one good Valkyrie and it can completely turn the game over.
Yeah. And definitely, as I mentioned, that if you get that level 20 Valkyrie going, then that you can actually turn the game with that ulti. So how do you feel about this healing static on Muradin? Because I hear everyone taking different Muradin talents. What is your take on this?
Well, that's the thing. I love the fact that they have kind of adjusted a lot of the talents on tanks, because for the longest time in history, tanks only had one build on every single tank. So Muradin is so flexible, and with this build, this makes sense with everything that's happening so far. So it's full tank, full HP, full self-healing, full survivability mode, and I like it, and I'm all up for it.
But we're seeing some sneaky stuff going on here on the top side of the map. They want to try and invade the Bruiser camp here.
Level 16, so close for the red team. They need to grab it before they try and do anything. Samasta is fishing this out though. She knows.
Oh no, but they got her jump. There's the light bomb. The avatar comes out, but it's not going to be enough. What a CC chain coming out here from Team Nah. Jesus.
It's incredible. Like she landed the Storm Bolt anyway, and she still couldn't get out. That damage in CC chain from the blue team is obnoxious. And because Brightwing was banned, because Stukov was banned, because Rhaegar was banned, and Anduin was taken away, there aren't that many healers left, or meta healers, we'll say, that have the cleanse that can save you from all of that.
Well, Uther was still available. I think Uther would have been quite alright here.
Ooh, Tychus using Red Odin on Red Odin.
Red Odin?
Red Odin on the bot side to siege, as the red team, knowing that Muradin is down, are going to grab the bot fort.
It's Red Odin and a big old button. I mean, yeah, they're gonna take this. No, they're not actually. They're gonna back off and let the wave collapse with the structure. Of course, they need to try and defend their keep on the top side, but we have no Odin.
We do have Ragnaros' trait, as we do see Ilrik on the Rag going into trade form. Tychus tanking a lot of the damage here. We need to be careful of time loop though, because Chromie can still one-shot anyone she chooses.
They need to burn this Punisher down, because as long as this Punisher is tanking the keep, they have free play on it. We see that Rak is kind of looking for an engage here. Time loop comes out. Grad with the light bomb jumps in. There's the Entomb. There's Samasta jumping out. Don't blink coming forward. The 3-man wailing arrow is going to be enough to calm them down, force them back. Punisher gets another jump off. Grad is looking. They find the stun here on the Rag. Oh no, knees weak, arms are heavy, meatballs on the floor, but there is no spaghetti as they're looking for the end here. The cocoon comes down onto Tychus, because Tychus is the only one here that has the game still in their hands. If Neferi can get anything done here, if they can just blow up this Anub'arak, then maybe they can get rid of the pressure enough and save the core here. But it's going down, Tofu.
It is going down, 72% still left. But the blue team looks like they're retreating. Tychus and Murden chasing them down. But a CC chain stunning the Murden in place, and they actually secured the kill. The blue team turning around to try and focus on the core. But Cassia is also back to defend her fortress.
That is true, but now we've got big old Odin coming out with the Valkyrie. Time stop comes out. What's going on here, Tofu? Are they gonna get a kill? Are they gonna get more? Is it gonna be enough?
Oh, really great defense by Team Sif. They're doing everything they can to protect their core. Ragnaros using Lava Wave even just to secure, to ensure that the blue team don't think about it and turn around. Core is standing at 51% and regenerating its shield. Murden back in 8 seconds, but the red team could look maybe for a fight, despite the fact that their talents here down.
Yeah, I mean, Chromie dead for half a minute still. But like, what can they do? Yeah, they have to kind of look for something here.
Yeah. I really like the Anubarak Burrow and Anduin Light Bomb pairing. The blue team are just every time on point with that combo. And so that really shows that Team Gnar have amazing communication skills already.
And I feel like this is something that they practice because the timing is just on point.
Absolutely, I agree. The red team half a level away from level 20, trying to grab the XP where they can, but the blue team might be looking for engage now that Chromie's coming back up.
Yeah, that is true. Grad is already positioning behind. They've got the light bomb available. They have to be so careful here. Samasta. Root doesn't connect, so that is still fine. There is room to back off here. They're still not 20, but Ragnaros steps forward, pops that Q. Doesn't connect the auto.
Oh. Yeah, the blue team is searching. They're out for blood, and the red team knows, so they need to get out. Malfurion, yeah, Malfurion knew not to go through that little dark alleyway. But Ragnaros is dismounted here and might be the target for a move here.
No.
No.
It's so close. I just want to see. So this is what I want. I want them to pick the level 20 Valkyrie. I want them to just land it in the middle of everybody, so that everyone gets silenced, everyone gets rooted, and then boom, they win the fight. And then they turn it around.
They turn it around. The red team do have level 20. We're going to see some ultimates being picked up. Rewind on the Murden. Really important here, especially after those toxic CC chains. Double lava wave coming out here. And big red button.
Big red button, yes! And we see the imprisoning light that I was hoping for to see. Time loop. It's gonna come out here. A big entombment. The tranquility is managing to keep everyone alive, but there is the wailing arrow to follow it up. We have the Valkyrie being used here, but everyone on the side of the red team is just running low, as Neferi is also on the run with the Odin still available. But they are doing still so much damage to the objective. Neferi being slowed. Neferi gets the dash off, but is still going to fall here, as we see 3 kills on the deck for the red team, and this might be looking as the ending of this game.
Team don't even care about the objective. Mounting up, they're barring in here onto the Anubarak. Anubarak onto the Malfurion, and there is no more Malfurion. They're going to go right past this fort, or just get it for, XP, and right-click that core to victory. Okay, this core is going to go down.
Yeah.
42, 35. I don't think this is defendable. This is not clownable. GG. The first game going to Team Gna. All right. GG. Well played to both teams. Really good first series. Great opportunities there for the red team to come back. They really did secure a couple of moments and never lost their heads and kept their cool. I really liked that they never, lost faith and got to level 20. They got that level 20, took an even fight. And we all know Heroes of the Storm is that kind of game. Post level 20, whoever wins the next team fight wins the game. Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Really well played by both teams, and even though I think it looked grim right in the end for Team Sif, but they, as you said, like, you still have it in your hands, and I think if they would have had a more lucky engage at that bottom shrine, they would have been able to just stall out this game much longer, get a good team fight. Maybe with this last objective, even manage to just like reverse everything and win this game. But yeah, it was just Pyria with that insane 3-man entomb.
Oh yeah, the entombs were really
That
good.
is just so savage to play into, and I must say, really well played as well to Don't Blink on the Malfurion. Never got hit by the entomb, and that means that she was always able to just keep her team alive for as long as possible.
The cocoon was so punishing for Don't Blink, though. It was very unfortunate to see. Every time Don't Blink used ultimate, the cocoon was on point, which was really well played by Grad as well. Like having that game knowledge to really capitalize on performing the CC chain on whatever other target they were focusing on, cocooning the Malfurion so they couldn't save them, and they will blow up whatever target they could, even as tanky as Murden.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. We do see that the team went for first pick, Team Sif. So we're just waiting for Team Ignat to pick a map, whatever map they can take us on. The maps that were banned were Cursed Hollow, Dragonshire, Towers of Doom, Sky Temple. The first game we played was Infernal. And the pick that is going to come out at any point, we'll just wait. Is there a map you want to see? Is there a map you want to cast?
Not Dragonshire.
It's gone. It's okay.
Everyone that watches me cast knows that there is one map I absolutely hate to cast. It's Dragonshire. I don't like it. I would be down for a Battlefield of Eternity game, actually.
Oh, well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because the map we're going to is Battlefield of Eternity.
Oh my god, is that really so? Do you know why, though? Because I want to see this Artanis. I want to see this Artanis.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be banned again.
No, they should just leave it open now.
Yeah,
they should just leave it open.
Yeah, there's a few OTPs that I know. There's like a person who plays Gaz all the time. There's one there's an Ana OTP and all these things. And the thing is, these people have done their research. Like, they know what to target ban every single time. And this Artanis ban was clearly a target ban. They knew that we couldn't let the Artanis through. And if you didn't let Artanis through on Infernal Shrines, you heck aren't going to let us through on Battlefield of Eternity.
No. I mean, a girl can dream.
Let's hope. But
Let's hope. Just because I'm
some...
really curious, you must be quite good if you pull a target ban on a hero like Artanis.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's also possible to see other picks coming out here. So, for example, BOE, I do feel, is like a map where melee DPS can shine a little bit. So it'd be awesome if we get to see that. Give us Haunted Mines back. Haunted Mines would be such a fun game to cast, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that would be fun. I mean, the thing is, there isn't so much going on in terms of strategy, but remove Sylvanas from the map, and you know, all of a sudden it might be a fun and interactive game to play.
Yeah. Speaking about Sylvanas, you mentioned it. The blue team did really well with Sylvanas and Chromie. Both of them do pretty well on BOE. So maybe we will see some, maybe not bans, but some steals coming out to ensure that they don't get their comfort picks. That being said, Anubrak is really strong as well. So they might have to respect ban the Grad. There is a bit of banter in the chat that apparently Grad's Johanna got banned out, and she's very, very upset about that.
Oh, really now?
Oh, yes, I just looked at her. Oh, that is the high 101 level Johanna. That is a true Johanna.
Oh my god, how can you play so much Johanna?
That is a lot of games on Johanna. No wonder Grad got that Johanna ban. Right.
It's still nothing compared to my amount of Tirana games, so it's 10% of that.
Are we just waiting a little while? There's a small break going out for teams. Between teams, there's a team wanted a small break. There we go. English is very difficult for some of us, ladies and gents, as you can see.
Yeah, definitely for people that, have it as their mother tongue. Somehow. But that means that it's also a good opportunity for everyone in the chat to now go and grab another cup of coffee, refill your glasses, like some water. Stay hydrated, everybody, and make sure that you're ready for the second game in this best out of 3 series. Best out of 3, right?
So today's best out of 2.
Best out of 2?
Yes.
Oh no, so this is already our last game. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Even if a reverse sweep were to happen right now, it will be your last game. Unless you would like to bail on whatever important things you have to do this evening. And
Oh
continue
yeah,
casting
I'll
with
just
me for
bail
the
on
rest
the
of the
Masters
evening.
Clash completely. Fine.
Who needs Masters Clash anyway? Psh. Just waiting. I think the teams are coming back. We have one team ready, so we're just going to confirm with one more team, and we're ready to go on this second map. We're going to be taken to Battlefield of Eternity. The first game went over to Team Gna, just highlighting in case Transparent didn't update the scoreboard, just in case. All right, both teams are ready, and we're going to go. What picks are we going to see, ladies and gents?
Oh, was that me? I'm ladies and gents.
You're the only lady and gents that was listening to me. Y'all don't know this, but Trans is whispering in my ear, and you can't hear it, guys.
Yeah, that's
in
true.
the chat.
Y'all can't hear what Trans is saying about you, chat, but woo.
Very professional setup here, where we have Trans speaking into our ears. But it is going to be the red team that's banning first this time. I think it was the blue team last time.
Yes,
So they could leave Johanna open for them to snipe it up, but I'm expecting that the blue team won't let that happen as we see the Artanis ban.
My dreams shattered. Artanis is banned. Damn it. Oh, I really wanted to see Mr. Squidface.
Yes, Artanis does get banned. We don't get to see any of that action. 2 bans coming out. Last time they banned out Rhaegar and Stukov. I wonder if they're going to stick to the guns and ban out those healers again.
They aren't particularly powerful on the map. It's just that they're so goddamn powerful in their own kit. We could see a Chromie again. We could see a Sylvanas again here. They're gonna ban out the Stukov. Yeah, they're gonna ban out the Johanna here. They have to, right?
Yeah, I would suspect that the Johanna ban is going to be something that will happen. Poor Grat will probably be devastated.
Having to ban your own hero, yeah, that really sucks. I mean, but there's whole other heroes that become relevant on a map like this, such as Vala, such as Li Ming, such as Diablo. Actually, I'm a big fan of Diablo on this map. I know you're a big fan of Alarak when it comes to this map.
I do love a good Alarak, but it is Anduin that got sniped up. We did say last time that Anduin would be probably prioritized. I do feel like he's super strong. Again, Rhaegar and Stukov are ridiculously strong right now, but once you ban Rhaegar and Stukov, I think he's the next best thing to do.
Yeah, I think your most, like, the best healers that remain open then are Anduin and Uther. Uther still being, I think, quite strong. Also has that cleanse available, and burst healing, and a reliable stun. But now we see the Vala and the Muradin being picked up. Maybe they want to snatch it away, the Muradin.
Yeah, it's a good snatch away as well. Muradin does really good on Battlefield of Eternity, especially if it picks that Talon Sledgehammer, which means that his Stormbolt does bonus damage to inanimate objects, or like
PvE.
Yeah, PvE, that's the word. Garrosh being picked up here, pairing up with Jaina. Garrosh is the hardest tank, in my opinion, to play. So if Samasta can pull it off, pops, because goddamn, that tank is hard to play.
Yeah, Garrosh is very hard to play. Special shout out to Brams if she is in the chat here somewhere. But she is probably the best Garrosh that I've ever seen. It's not really a tank of choice that a lot of girls tend to go for, as it's an angry bald man running around. But yeah, he can be incredibly strong. And if he can get a throw on any like less mobile backliner than Vala, or well, Muradin's not a backliner but also has a mobility tool, then that can be the end of them instantly. And with a Jaina by his side, they can just anyone that gets thrown.
That being said,
Getting out of
Brightwing does get banned out. Even though BOE may not her best map, she's still quite strong, especially once you ban out, things like Rhaegar and
Yeah.
Spookcraft. Lunara being picked up, their race, oh wow, the blue team's race is really strong.
Yeah.
With Murden and Thrall. Even when you don't look at the DPS, they can dish out a lot of damage here.
That is true, and I love that they go for the Thrall here. Thrall is tanky enough to take the throw, has some reliable self-healing and a CC that he can use when he gets thrown in. Lunara, of course, has a self-cleanse available. I'm just really trying to build around here. While you're talking about the map, I'm building around the draft here a bit more. They're gonna pick up Sonya and Zagara. How do you feel about the Zagara here?
I do like Zag. I played her recently and she feels very strong. Lots of poke, lots of damage. The late game, though I don't know if BOE is really considered a map for late game potential, as you can finish it up pretty early with a fort taken by objective, and then an objective or two later you can pretty much run it at core. That being said, one last pick coming out here for the blue team, and it should be a healer, and it is Lucio in the best skin and best color scheme.
Yes, Lucio, of course, really good pick into Garrosh. He can be so annoying. Also has the mobility tool. They have a cleanse available all of a sudden as well. Lucio's a great pick here. Not really popular in the current meta, but definitely makes sense in this draft.
Yeah, we do see that Sonya is going to be the offlane as well. So I think she pairs up really well into Thrall. Both can kind of counterplay each other, but it's pretty even. The race does favor the blue team, I believe. I could be wrong. Of course, it depends on talent choices and picks. And I do think that Garrosh is going to have a difficult time finding throws against Lucio, Vala, and Lunara.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. It's just that Lunara and Vala are both quite punishing to Garrosh. They're mobile, they have a lot of damage, so if Garrosh is not looking for flank positions, it's going to be really hard for him to find anything at all.
All right,
but we're going to see.
Yeah, game number 2. First game was Infernal Shrine. Second game is Battlefield of Eternity, where we are here right now. The blue team, Gna. We have Grad playing Murden, Akira playing Lucio, Sirica on the Vala, Saturna on the Lunara, and Pyra playing Thrall.
And on the right, in red, we have Team Sif looking to grab a win here in our last game of this series. We have Toast Bien on the Jaina. We have Zagara being played by Ilrike. Don't Blink on Anduin. We've got Neferi on the Sonya and Samasta on the Garrosh.
Oh, Samasta looking for that throw. That being said, we said that Garrosh is going to find difficulty finding a throw in this game. But if Samasta finds a throw, the Anduin route, the Jaina burst, the Zagara burst, like that whoever it is, they died. They died. Q-Bill coming out from Vala as we expected for that race. And Jaina going for the lingering chill. Oh!
The lingering chill is really good, I think, if you want to keep control of the frontliners here. Definitely it's good because it slows down Lucio, who is just so reliable on his mobility.
But just there at the bottom lane, just one throw onto the tank, and Grad only got away with 200 HP. So that CC chain is very difficult to deal with, especially if Murden's jump gets interrupted by Anduin root. So they did that combo really well there.
They did indeed. Samasta taking a fair amount of damage here, but so far the dashing out is going quite evenly.
Tanya committing to the W build. Oh, might be looking for a throw here on the bot side. Nice stun onto Lunara. Oh, but the minion tanked the throw. Very unfortunate. Murden does jump in boldly where no man has gone before. But they couldn't capitalize too much on it. That being said, they might prioritize this bot lane camp now.
They might find a little bit of prio, yeah, but there is still the creep on the floor, of course, that will give Zagara vision. Brat walks up, tries to bait out the throw here. Really well played. So we see CC on the follow-up doesn't quite connect. It is hard to do when you are not on a point-and-click stun. if you know what I mean.
No, we said this. Garrett is, I believe Garrett is the hardest tank against. Everyone has their own arguments and their own opinions, but I believe strongly that Garrett is super hard to play. Smasta might be stepping in here, but decides not to, as Zagara had to reset. A little mana hungry Zara is in the early game, especially if she's spamming a lot of her abilities for wave clear and damage. But the objective is spawning. It means both teams are rotating to grab and start their camps that will be pushing in the opposite lanes from each other while the teams will be racing on objective.
All right, very nice reset timings here from the blue team.
Yeah, they'll
Resetting
be able to
right before the objective, and they have time to make it back to the middle of the map. So we see Zagara still on her own, pushing out and trying to defend this camp. But blue team already in position here to start racing. We see the root, the stun coming down. The spear is there to follow up, but Grad still gets to walk away here.
Oh yes, I forgot that Garrett can throw people into the objective stun, which is really terrifying, but very hard. Again, super hard to pull off. You actually have to aim. Imagine aiming.
Imagine aiming in this game. Oh, the unstoppable gets popped. The root onto Lucio as he gets rooted in the Jaina Blizzard, but it's not going to be enough to put him down.
The blue team is fighting under Immortal. Grad popping to 100 HP there. Gets away very, very low. Nefari dishing so much damage, committing to that full W build so far on the Sonya. They do need to respect the Sonya deeps. Jaina picking the mana level at mana talent at level 4 here.
Which also increases her spell power. Big throw coming out here onto Thrall, and oh my goodness. That is rolling thunder for you, by the way.
Yeah.
That is what I mean with Thrall. It's such a clever pickup. He can CC and self-sustain. It's just so nice.
Yeah, the red team doing very well fighting 4v5 throughout this whole thing, while Zagara defended bot lane against 2 camps and sieged the objective and got it to half HP. So very well done here indeed. But the red team stepping up quite boldly here, despite the fact that they're a little bit low and squishy.
They are a little bit low, as we see stun coming out here onto Anduin. Everyone gets to back off here. I think pull is still available, but I think the red team is just going to pull back and take their losses here. As the first objective goes over to the blue team. They are looking to brawl here. The fairy finds a spear, but there's not much more, I think, to be had. Oh, we see another throw coming out here onto Grad. Has the dwarf toss available, so gets out.
Very
safe
bold
and sound.
play. Yeah, the Garrett and Muradin and are constantly so low. It makes me so uncomfortable. But they clearly understand the limitations of their heroes and understand just how much they can tank and survive. Nefari already dishing out damage onto this Immortal. Very low HP. Sorry, it had no shield pretty much. So they'll be able to clear this pretty quickly, losing maybe just a wall.
Oh,
wow.
Jesus Christ, I didn't even see Lucio was there, but then he just also wasn't anymore.
Lucio went in to save Muradin, but paid the ultimate price. Really nice throw and root follow-up by Don't Blink. And the Jaina damage, despite the fact that she's quite a late game hero in my opinion, she still can dish out a good bit of damage.
Yeah, she can. Looking at the damage numbers here. Oi. Nefari really popping off, but it's Thrall and Sonya that are obviously constantly trading with each other in lane.
Yeah, it is going to be Zag in the top lane for now, but Sonya is doing very well on the bot side, sieging so well with her committed W build. She did take Poison Spear. She's going full damage. So
are we going to see a leap here then as well?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. With the Garish taunt to follow up, tasty.
Tasty indeed. As Nefari wanted to look for a sneaky little flank here, but the Wisp already spawning that out. Sirika has to fall back out here. Look for a better position. Meanwhile, we have Thrall versus Zagara on the top side now.
Yeah, the Zagara going... Ooh, she's actually going for the whole Bailings. Bailings? The balls? Do you know the balls?
Yeah, Bailings.
Yeah.
You said
going
it right.
for that build, which is... that's not usually the build I do see on most Zagara. So it's really interesting how she's... I guess it's for Burst and Siege. That's the idea that the Zagara is going for. I am still expecting full W builds 13, 16, and 20.
Yeah. But I like the level 7 talent, to be honest. Being able to slow everyone from the explosion of the Banelings means that you get to hit it on both Thrall, Lucio, and Muradin, as this Lucio is playing quite far forward. And that makes it easier to kill him. And that means that Jaina gets to do a little bit more damage to them as well.
Yeah, Zagara is a bit low, needs to tap before coming into the engage, but it looks like the red team is just going to give up the first half and look for a fight.
I mean, that was barely a first half.
Just as I deserve.
You go, girl.
It was so fast.
Tiny23 love.
But they look like they're in a favorable position, able to defend, able to poke. If the red team want to defend bot side as well, the blue team is defending top side. As level 10s are coming in for both teams. It's Nidus Network instead of Maw from Zagara. We're not going to see Pog 5-man Maw plays, unfortunately, this game.
No, I mean, Maw would have been good setting up kills. Also, just if she finds a pick and you get to rotate on this map because it is so small. But Nidus makes sense. We've seen her run out of mana quite a bit here, so being able to regen inside the Nidus network is good.
Sonya is grabbing the bot soak, but she is close to her team if they need help. Leaping Stripe taken up by Lunara and Earthquake on the Thrall. But Smasta is constantly looking on that Muradin, tries to get a catch. Huge leap!
What a leap
Two
combo.
people! Thrall using ultimate, Lucio shield coming out here as well. But they are fighting under the red immortal, so the blue team does need to be careful and respect it. Nefari is losing a lot of HP. Don't blink. Absolutely saving her team's booties left and right here. Garish doing a lot of work as Avala is the one who falls. Sonya gets pulled back, but Garish falls too. But Muradin actually falls on the side of the blue team here as the rest. Nefari, you're
flanking
100
water
HP.
elemental, by the way. But oh my god, is this the big Lunara pop-up? No, actually not. Oh my god, it looked like she was gonna get a kill. But Nefari is still going to fall. Thrall, of course, still is very healthy. So has the room to poke a bit here. I wish we had Crash Lightning now.
I'm sorry, but like the audacity of the red team, they were all less than 100 HP. The trust you have in Don't Blink to heal you up there and keep you alive was immense. Nefari just went in there with less than 100 HP. It was like, I'm going to live through this.
I am gonna be alive.
Oh, the blue team is back up.
Throw, but now Samasta a little bit alone.
Uh-oh.
There is a heal coming out. There is the water elemental in the middle of everybody to just slow everyone down. But Samasta's still taking a lot of damage here. I don't know if she's gonna make it out.
Oh, Don't Blink doing so much work there to try and keep Garish alive, but it wasn't enough, unfortunately. Zagara is on the top side already prepared to defend, but oh, we might have had a disconnect here.
Yes, we do.
All right. So far to talk about the team comps, that was a fantastic light bomb leap combo that they did. Really nice damage. Garish actually going for Decimate instead of Taunt, though I expected the Taunt pick for the Jaina burst. It kind of works because you have already so many slows and so much CC that you don't really need to commit to the Taunt. But we are going back straight in with the Immortal, full shield and full HP sieging on the top side.
Yeah, and we're sitting on even talent tiers here, so it should be a good defense. We see that Nefari in the bot side trading a lot into Thrall, and maybe she's gonna get the kill. Not even maybe, it's a yes.
Damn.
1v1, she gets the kill, and that actually secures level 13 lead for them.
It absolutely does, and Samantha is looking for Lucio. Oh, nice boop by Akira. They do still throw Grad into the back. Lucio does use ultimate to keep the Muradin alive. Sonya doing so much work here on the bot side, but I don't know if she knows that she's being rotated on right now.
I don't think... Oh. I don't think she had to know. I think she's out.
She is out in the speedy Lucio trying to get on top of the action, but not fast enough. The blue team is going to be grabbing the siege camp on the bot side, and the red team are suspicious of it and rotating already. They're just going to defend this fortress pretty low, but it's definitely still defendable. As Zagara in the top side, it looks like the solo lanes have switched for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, we have two people here that take up a lot of space, right? Sonya and Samantha have to be considered as threats, or are they? As Grat just walks up to them and smacks them in the face with a hammer.
That is what he does. He does like some good smacking action. Ice Barrier coming out here from the Jane is going to be a budget tank, stepping up, dishing out damage and surviving as best as she can. I really like that talent pick. Really nice throw, really nice CC. I'm pretty sure there was a deer there like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, but I guess it's hunting season.
It's hunting season and Bambi's mom is okay. No, sorry, that's too soon. Sorry. Bruiser Camp is going to be taken here by the red team. Thrall is still grabbing the XP on the top side. Lunara is 6 seconds almost away from coming back, so the blue team might be looking to step up here. Or they give it away after all.
No, they give it away, and I think that is a sensible thing to do right before the objective. It is a risky fight to take. If they lose it, they might lose the objective, and their win condition is definitely playing through the Immortal here, as their race is just superior. Or is it?
I think the red team were just slightly on top earlier, but the blue team is still favoring the race. They were just a little bit early right-clicking there, but I think still it favors the blue team, so the red team needs to engage here as the Gar's tapping and coming back in for the fight.
Yes, and this is really favorable positions for both teams if you want to play on the defensive side. Grad gets the Avatar off, but Toast falling solo as Lunara jumps in. Backline still has one jump available, though. Is going to save that to reposition herself. Really nice healing coming out there from the Anduin as everyone is falling solo. But Lunara gets to take 2 kills, and that will secure the third objective, excuse me, for the blue team, I believe.
Yeah, the overlap of Lucio's ultimate on top of Thrall's ultimate means it's very devastating and difficult for the red team to deal with that damage, with that slow, with those shields. You know, Lucio doing a lot of work to protect his teammate. Don't Blink is working overtime as well on the red team. A lot of clutch heals coming out, but it isn't quite enough, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, not. But now we also have to consider that we're going to have the unfair advantage possibly on level 16 for the Lunara, and that just means that she is going to get extreme damage procs inside the Thrall ulti as well.
Yeah. Ooh, Murden going for Bronze Beard Rage. Absolutely love that talent. It's so much fun here, but Zagari needs to be careful. Murden could jump in on her face. Oh, decides to let the Zerg Queen get away alive.
That she does, and oh my god, Lunara actually taking so much damage here from the Hunter Zerg, which is what it's called.
The red team might be able
Hydra
to defend it. Yeah, it's very, very strong. This is the level 13 and 16 I was talking about, that they're committing and going to do a lot of work here. But Garish is still lurking for a target. Gets stunned and CC'd. Murden tanking a lot of roots, a lot of throws, a lot of CC chain. Jumps out, Andaman light bomb. Getting so many people in there. Thrall's ultimate being used to try and zone out, but Murden does fall. The Elemental is chasing down the rest of the blue team while the red team get away and defend the Immortal. What a leap. What an Anduin ultimate. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. Such a shame that the Immortal was still alive and then they didn't further commit onto this, because I feel like when Thrall was tanking the water elemental, they could have also pulled the trigger on him there. It's a bit harder, of course, if you don't have any like slows available on the backline, but Lucio cannot deal with this amount of burst.
Yeah, Murden could not deal with it. I'm surprised that it was only Murden who fell, though. That was such a fantastic wombo combo from the red team, and if they can pull it off a few more times, they can definitely win this game. It is all to play for.
Yeah, we're going to see. It looks to be really even still at the moment.
Even Stevens, really nice anchoring there by Samasta, but Sonya going in. Murden stun, landing on the Garish to stop any throws from happening. Grad keeping that Garish in check throughout this game.
Absolutely, and Anduin is just using his spells on cooldown as the poison damage, of course, ticks away at Sonya's health. We have a little bit of pressure coming in on the bot lane here, a little bit, and that I say that, but I mean 2 catapults and a siege camp that have to be dealt with.
Okay, the red team, the objective is spawning in 20 seconds. The blue team is grabbing the camp on bot side, so they will clear it. It does mean that they can't take long fights. The red team is going to have to hard engage, go into the blue team's face, and try and dominate as quickly as they can. But the blue team can play the poke game. They can play it slow if they really wish to. But Samath is actually out on the hunt here already, very early and in position. All right, they're looking to engage. Sonya is sieging bot side, but this Garish is still looking.
They are looking, but they are taking a lot of damage in return.
Desperate Prayer coming out there from the Anduin to heal up the Garish. It is really difficult for Garish to find a flank here. That's why pretty much Sonya Leap has been the...
Oh, here we go as we find the Thrall, but immediately Rain of Vengeance comes out alongside Earthquake. They are still dishing out a lot of damage here. Jaina has to be kept alive here because she is the main damage output on the red team at the moment, as we see that the Water Elemental is still slowing everybody down and making sure that the red team gets to retreat safely. But now we've got a Bruiser Camp that needs to be dealt with on the red core as well.
Really well done there. They knew they had to find and engage. It was a dire situation for the red team. They knew they couldn't play the long game. Sonya found the target, but she got blown up on the counter side. Blue team is going to be able to grab the objective, and this is going to be devastating news for Team Sif because they have to defend against a full shield and full health Immortal.
Yeah, this is going to be really rough, definitely, because we're also looking towards the level 20 here.
Yeah, level 20 is coming in really soon for Team Gna, so they can definitely get this keep, and if they get kills, this could be GG.
That is true.
All right, what can the red team do here? Either defend from behind, defend from in front, or dive in from behind. She'll see what they do.
I
They
mean,
tried
here's
to
the light bomb, 3-man leap on top of that, but Saturna gets to back out, and it's just Neferi who is a little bit alone here on this side, but Jaina is stepping up now as well. I think that they've bought the time and baited out a little bit of the ultis now that they needed, but the Immortal is still full shield and is banging on that keep, so the keep is definitely going to fall. Maybe they don't end here, maybe they hold on to the game, but it also means that now the most powerful combo on the red side is gone, and that means that it's also free engage pretty much for the blue team. Immortal is falling.
Yeah, this is a defense though, so the red teams is going to be able to defend. They are really close to 20, but they don't have their main engage, like you said. The blue team might be still looking here, so mistakes can happen. This is all very clownable.
This is definitely very clownable, as we are still playing in Heroes Lounge.
The blue team backing off. Red team are about to grab level 20, and this could be the fight. This could be the moment. Let's go, team. Let's go.
This could be the moment. Not every level 20 has been locked in. We've got the Winter Mute for the Jaina. No, the light bomb. Oh, it's
unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. They were trying to look for an engage, trying to find something there, but decided to clear the camp instead. And look, playing safe is still an option. Finding a better opportunity, waiting and staying alive and finding a better opportunity is also a good shout. Sonya defending bot side, deep pushing it while the blue team grab the top camp. So good calls overall, trying to just relieve pressure in as many lanes as possible, which is just 2.
Yeah. Oh, we find a throw here. Unstoppable comes out, but there is the Earthquake, and it's just so hard. Garrosh is taking so much damage.
Yeah, they had to walk out of that Thrall ultimate, but Grad is still looking. Nefari does tank a lot of damage. Yeah, getting level 13 spear value there. I like it. I like it. Castle.
All right, definitely crisis averted over here. But they have to clean up the lanes. They really have to clean up the lanes.
But they're playing this right? You know, clean up the lane a little bit and then look for a fight. They're doing really, really well so far, despite the fact that they're in a very dire situation. They have a small opening here at the moment, while nothing is at their core, but camps are slowly approaching. They need to find something quick.
They do have their combo available, so it could be It could be possible, but they have to be fast because there is 2 camps creeping in on their core. So either they do it now or they back off.
Yeah, there's...
But there we go. We have the leap. It's a 2-man. Pedia. The sound barrier once again is so on point as the fairy is spinning on the backline, but Don't Blink is going to fall first. As we see Lunara jumping forward here, is looking for that Jaina. Jaina getting stunned by the Immortal, and that means that the unfair advantage on Lunara is just so savage and takes away all their health. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 catapults arriving at the core, and there's not even time for Sakara to come back because it's going to be it. GG. Well played to both teams.
GG, well played indeed. Team Gnar will take the lead in this best of 2 by taking a 2-0 victory over Team Sif. Really well played by both teams. Some fun plays, some fun wombo combos, and I'm really grateful and glad to have casted this amazing close series.
Absolutely. Really fun series to start off with. But there is more.
There is more, but unfortunately, my beautiful co-caster is going to abandon me. I'm very, very sad about that.
Yes, I'm very sorry about that. I need to fix some stuff for the Masters Clash, which is going to be live on my channel later today. So, thank you so much for having me, Tofu. And I wish you and everyone competing in the Athena Championship today best of luck. Make it a good one, and most of all, enjoy yourselves and celebrate each other.
Thank you so much. We will be back, ladies and gents, with another series later while we go into a short little break. See you guys. And that thingy, I'm asleep. Oh my god.
Okay. Fantastic level 20 combo. Tiny Owl was tanking the keep, however, and she sacrifices her life to secure the kill. I like that. I like that aggressiveness from the healer. Great play by the blue team.
Is this happening again? Where at the end we have just a massive team wipe that turns the game around? Obviously they can't just walk straight in and go after core, unlike last game, but my god, this happened before?
Oh, he is popping extremely low and she is running out of mana. Murden jumps in, tries to punish, gets a Stormbow connected onto the Rainer, but great peel there by Valk on Deathwing. Fantastic play, and a BM Fire Breath. I like it. I appreciate that.
Just styling a bit.
It ensures that they're in a good position here. Great engage by Kier. The ice wall! The ice wall from hell! Why is there an ice wall from hell? It's ice!
To 14 on these teams. Bobo and Teamfight coming out there. Big taunt onto Orphea, who walks forward. And Silence and Tomb grabs 2 members. Orphea blasted down. Athene taking quite a bit of damage. There's the big throw as Malganas and Sukov do end up going over. And now it's just Everheart and Marbuckle alive to try and fight this out.
Valk positioning herself to get her W's to bounce up and down, but she took too many tower shots. Murden is going to storm